Welcome to the Trend Detection Podcast, powered by Siemens. And now your host, Niall Sullivan.
Our next topic is about how to redefine reliability. Join us for an insightful session now on predictive maintenance, meaning predicting the future of your machine. We will hear in our next session now how advanced data analysis, again, it's all about data, and machine learning can enhance asset monitoring, enable precise maintenance, support remote workers, very important, increase availability, and ensure sustainability. The buzzword which we are hearing all over in every presentation, and it's a special section here even at the booth, just focusing on that topic. Let's get some first-hand inspiration in a video. So, quite impressive. This is what we will be focusing on. We're getting deep dive now into this topic. And meanwhile, 3 colleagues have joined me up here. 2 colleagues from Senseye. And live on stage here once more, that's kind of a tradition as well, joining me for this topic at a fair. And today, it's a joint approach for predictive maintenance, what we will be talking about. Quick introduction round. Rob, you want to start?
Hi, I'm Rob Russell. I'm the Head of Predictive Maintenance Strategy and Delivery within the Senseye Predictive Maintenance team.
Welcome. Anja.
Hi, I'm Anja Adling. I'm heading a group in portfolio management to develop and roll out analytics services. And one of our focus areas is obviously predictive maintenance.
Hi, my name is Dominik Brenner and I'm a connectivity expert.
The connectivity expert, this is kind of giving me some question marks, but we come on that later. So let's start with our round of questions here. How does predictive maintenance and AI factor into the critical topic of digital transformation for our customers, and what specific challenges, Anja, do they encounter in this transformative journey?
So digital transformation actually means that companies use their data to generate insight and to make this insight into value. So in this area here in predictive maintenance, this is what we're trying to enable our customers to get human insight combined with artificial intelligence, and then also using the human in the loop to give feedback and develop the whole process further in order to
kind of deliver the knowledge and implementing
yes,
AI.
Exactly, to optimize maintenance, actually. So coming from traditional reactive maintenance to actually predicting failures before they happen and then derive the measures for it.
Okay, so again, all about data, using the data, but also it's the combination of human and the data being delivered. So Senseye was on stage last year as a provider for predictive maintenance at scale. And from what I heard, you want to show us more now. Today it's about predictive maintenance for, and now, individual machines at scale. So Anja, we want to know more now about this, and how would you redefine reliability for our customers?
So after the acquisition of Senseye, we did our homework within Siemens, because now we're actually able to support our customers from end to end, or from beginning to end. So it's, on the one hand side, connectivity that's helpful and necessary to get the data, but then focusing the data either to scale the complete factory or get additional insight for especially critical assets.
And Rob, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, so just to describe about the sort of entire journey, for us it's really important to go through our scope and design phases. It's part of our key methodology. And the key there is really trying to understand the needs of the customers and where predictive maintenance is going to have that really impactful effect on their company. It's understanding the right type of machines and the right type of data. But now being part of the wider Siemens group, it's like an absolute game changer for what we're able to do at Senseye, because we're not just a cloud software anymore. We've got that whole connectivity solution from the shop floor right the way through. So it's actually changed the whole way we can work now with the customer.
Which is a great opportunity if a customer approaches you. But what does it look like in the real world? I mean, this was like strategy and basic marketing talk. Can a customer start right away, or are there certain preconditions they need to take care of or look out for? And where does the data from the analysis and for your analysis actually come from?
Yeah. Well, in a lot of cases, customers have really got a lot of data already in their network that we can build on top of and reuse. So a lot of motor drives, PLC, control systems. And what we really need is some connection that can actually exploit that data. We look for it to be transformed. So we're taking streaming sensor data, making it into smart data and pushing it to the cloud. And the way that we're doing this with Siemens and various colleagues is having this whole concept of Senseye readiness. So we want all the various connectivity products within Siemens to be now Senseye ready.
Connectivity.
That's
Dominik,
my
I
topic.
guess that's your topic now.
Yes, and we heard it already from Anja. So connectivity is important for predictive maintenance as well, because you need access to the data of your machines and your sensors. And Rob was mentioning it's all about listen to the customer what is needed, and therefore we have developed an approach where we listen to the customer and develop the concept how then they can connect their machines, their sensors to an overlaying system. And we not only develop this with our customer, we even implement if necessary and if wanted by our customer and realize the digitalization step.
Mm-hmm. So thanks for the overview. But now let's get into details. Who wants to summarize why we use predictive maintenance instead of this reactive maintenance?
I would like to present the benefits that the customers can actually achieve. So most obvious is by reducing out times at the machine, you can increase availability. So, and how do you do this? Well, you do precise and correct maintenance. Not just because the calendar says so it's due, but because the actual condition of the asset requires maintenance. So this, on the one hand side, can save costs, but on the other hand side, it also reduces risk that can be induced by doing inspections at the machine, even if it's not even necessary. So this is why it's really necessary for customer to do the precise maintenance.
Mm-hmm. You got more?
Yes, I have more, because what we're offering here, it's a cloud solution. So that means it supports mobile or remote workers. You don't have to be at the machine to know the condition of the machine. It means that one person can cover a whole array of machines or even different sites. So this is, on the one hand side, convenience, that a person doesn't have to go everywhere to see what the status is, but then support people on site by giving the right hints and the right insight using the evidence that's in the cloud-based application to support at the actual physical machine. And last but not least, sustainability is one of the major drivers for all of our customers, and it's probably obvious by saving material, by saving unnecessary replacements, by avoiding to travel unnecessarily. This all pays into being more sustainable, doing more with less.
That's a nice quote. Yeah. And as the head of delivery and technology, Rob, I'm going to focus on you now in regards of the practical side. Could you share some examples where we already have implemented this, and tell us about the impact which was generated for our customers.
Yeah, so the first example we've got here is related to gathering data from robots in automotive production lines. And in this specific example, it's £100,000 was saved in labour and avoided downtime. But this was achieved using very simple measures. It's data that exists inside the robots already related to the torque that's been applied in the axis when they're moving as part of the control system. But we can track that data over time, build a model and an understanding of how that machine should be behaving, and then alert the user when it's becoming abnormal. But the real key is, within the automotive sector, you've got hundreds of robots, and knowing that one on that day, and turning back to that more precise maintenance aspect as well, you're not having to do all of those inspections every week or every month. You're not having to take lubrication samples and send them off to labs. So you're removing a lot of preventative maintenance, planned maintenance, and moving it up to preventative maintenance. But the second example was quite an interesting one as well, where this was related to blocking in a heat exchanger on a motor, not a failure mode that anybody had considered when we were connecting this motor up. But it was the way that our analytics works, because it's kind of quite free to understand what's normal for that machine, we start to find these more unusual failure modes that nobody would have expected. And again, the impact was huge. Hundreds of hours saved. If that motor had stopped, they'd have lost a lot of production capability. And again, using very, very simple data that already existed in the machine that we could then connect to and stream up to our cloud.
It sounds impressive, really. I mean, what you have achieved just with a bit of technology involved. So now let's look a bit further into the topic of technical aspects here and about the connectivity, Dominik. Which assets were connected?
A lot. And of course, there was a lot of options to you need to take care of if you want to connect something. It's always a special situation at the customers. There was always different needs and different situations, and therefore we have a huge bundle we can use to establish connectivity. One option out of this bundle is, for instance, our brownfield connectivity gateway. It's a pure software solution which enables you really to connect various types of sensors and machines in the shop floor to overlaying IT systems or applications, or even the Senseye Predictive Maintenance. So probably you ask yourself, so what is really special about this connectivity? And we were talking about already the scale. So one thing is scaling. It's a software solution. It's really designed and made to scale kind of unlimited. And that's not the only benefit. Because we have really such a huge bundle of connectors, we are even able to support you independent in which industry you are. And if I may, I would like to hand over to Rob, because I think there are some similarities between brownfield connectivity and Senseye.
Yeah, and exactly, and it's that word scale that brings us together. That was a focus for us right from the start, was how do we scale the analytics that's needed for this digital world that we're in. And it's so complementary now that we've got a scalable analytics, a scalable machine learning capability and user experience, but we combine that now with scalable connectivity. And it's really accelerating that delivery aspect that I'm involved with in my team, and helping us to expand with customers with minimal effort in a cost-effective way.
So is this what makes Senseye so special? Is this the unique selling factor for you?
Yeah, and I think it really is. It's the ability to recognize that there's human skills out there. We're trying to drive forward the expansion and digitization, but humans don't scale, and we use technology to help scale that capability in this massively connected world that we now live in.
So in regards of this high scalability, is there a limit, Dominik?
No, the sky is the limit. Or in practical way, it always depends on the hardware amount you put underneath of the software, because the software is consuming some computational power, but as long as you provide enough computational power, there is no limit.
So are there certain industries where this is the perfect solution, whereas others it's kind of like, oh well?
Well, we're industry agnostic, but there's some industries, things like automotive, where there's high numbers of machines that are fundamental to what they're doing, where downtime has got a real cost against it. But no, we work across all sectors, from food manufacturing, contact lens manufacturing, to heavy industries where you're mining ore out the ground and then turning it into aluminium. So we are machine and sector agnostic in everything we do.
I mean, it's clear. If you run with machines, you want to know that they run stable and want to avoid downtimes. So before we conclude, could you share a glimpse of where we can find you and what can our guests expect in your area?
So we're located in the optimized area, of course, because you want to optimize your production by doing predictive maintenance. We are the station 107, where you can find the predictive time machine. So I am inviting you on a journey through time to really experience what it means to predict the future of your machines.
And predicting the future of your machines, I think we're ready for a time warp here, right? You guys are gonna all clap along, maybe. You know that song.
Fleeting. Madness
Takes control.
But listen closely.
So this is at the station.
Yeah.
And this is what we see. And this is the time machine, the time warp.
That's right.
So if you want to see and jam in for the time machine activity, the area of Optimized is the spot to go to jam along. Thank you very much,
you.
Bob,
Thank you for
Anja,
having
and
us.
Dominik. Great presentation, great fun, always predicting into the future
Thank you.
with you. And Frank
Thanks.
is always good for a picture here on stage. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Round
Thanks,
of
all.
applause to you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you very, very much.
Please like and subscribe on all major podcast channels and find out more about Senseye Predictive Maintenance at Siemens.com.